जगन्ते परमेश्वरे
उपादाने अखिलाधारे जगन्ति परमेश्वरे
परमेश्वरे सर्गस्थिति लयान्यन्ति बुद्बुदा इव वारिणि
सर्गे स्थितिर्यान्ति
बुद्भुतानेव वारिणीम्
उपादाने खिलाधारे जगन्ति परमेश्वरे सर्गस्थिति लयान्यन्ति बुद्बुदानिव वारिणि. This is the very, very beautiful verse which creates the theory of creation. Yesterday, we were studying about these slokas. Budbuda Nivarini, like bubbles in water. Budbudani, Varini. Varini means water, jal. Varini, jale, in the water. Budbudani, bubbles. Eva, like bubbles in water. Budbudani varini. Upadane akhiladhare. Upadane in material cause. Akhiladhare support or substratum of everything. Who Parameshware, in the Supreme Lord, who is the material cause and support of everything, for whom Jaganti. Jaganti means many worlds, or we can say that worlds or cosmoses. The comparison given here, Sarga Sthiti Layan Yanti. Sarga means creation, Sthiti means existence, and Laya means dissolution. Or Sarga, creations or emerging, we can say that. And Laya, merging, emerging and merging. And Sthiti, it just existence in between two events, two situations. But what is the common in between three factors? Yanti. Yanti, go away. It means creation of the entire world is also go away. The dissolution of the entire cosmos is also go away. And the existence of the object, it will not remain as it is for a long time. It exists as though it exists. You can say that. Temporarily, very short period of time, it exists, but it goes away. Yanti, this verb is also plural word. Plural. Yanti. Yanti matlab means go. Sarga Sarga Sthiti Layan Yanti. The creations and desolations and existence, three at whatever remains is only pure water. Like a bubble. Budbudani vari. Bubbles arise from the water, exist in the water, and dissolve into the water. So water is the adhar. Water is the supporter. Okay. See the very subtle aspects of this example. While arising the various bubbles in the water of the ocean, as it is without going, without going any change. It remains as it is. Thousands and thousands of bubbles may arise in the water, but water of ocean will remain as water. It will know any change. Okay. And thousands of bubble are existing in the water. That time also water remains as water. And thousands of bubbles are finally merging into the water. That time also water remains water. But we will see the changes. Where there is changes? In the bubble. Why bubble arise in the water? Because of force of wind. Naneshwar Maharaj says that the avantara karani varayachi navi. This is the trick of water, trick of wind. If there is no water, there is no bubble, no waves, no foam. If there is a very terrible water, then there will create many waves and bubbles and the foam and whatnot. But even though water will remain water, in the same time, while creation of the bubble, what is in that bubble? Inside, outside, and in middle, water. In bubble, there is a little bit air and some heat of the sun increase. Suppose increases there, then bubble burst and again change into water. So water and the bubble, both different things may arise in your eyes. But bubbles are just appearance. Actually, water is there. But one bubble say that you are different from me and I am different from you. You are the Brahmin, I am the Kshatriyas, you are the Vaishyas, and you are the Shudras. We are not one. We are different. Oh, my dear friend, you and me and them. Everywhere, water is the one and the same. Where are the differences? Difference is only that you are the big bubble and I am the small bubble. And he the tiny bubble. But bubble is just a name. In them, there is water only. So when Shankaracharya was in Kashi, the one Chandal came in front of him. The time Shankaracharya says that, Gacha Gacha. Then Chandal says that, oh my dear sir, do you say me? Go from here. So are you telling that go from here? Shall I different from your body or shall I different from your soul? Am I different from your body or am I different from soul? So you say that go. I go from your body or I go from your soul? You are telling me that go from here. So yes, I will go. But you are just pushing me from your body or are you pushing from your soul? And if you say that you go from here, it means you may say that you away from here with the body. But sir, your body and my body have the same components. The five great elements playing through your form. The same five great elements are playing through this form.
Gross body.
Gross body. So with the reference of the gross body, you are one and the same. And at the subtle body, the same 17 or 19 elements are existing in your subtle body. The same 17 or 19 elements are existing in my body with the reference of this subtle body. Both are one and the same. And the causal body,
That is also
I
same.
may I may have a ignorance, but you don't have ignorance. In my causal body, I have a seed of ignorance, and you destroyed the seed of ignorance. Think about the supreme consciousness, Chaitanya. The supreme consciousness exists in you, the same supreme consciousness exists in me. Then how I can away from you? You are one and the same. Having listened the such type of statements from that Chandalas, Shankaracharya prostrated unto his lotus feet. That time, the Lord Shankara himself appears in front of the Shankaracharyas and embraced each other. It means, it means bubble should not quarrel to each other. We're telling that with reference of big and small. The upadhis or conditions are the different, but in them, common is water. And the water is a supporter of everything. All bubbles are dancing on the surface of the water. Each and every moments of dancing, water is playing in them. If you remove the water from that bubbles, what will remain? Nothing. So bubble do not have an independent existence without taking support of the water. Water itself plays through the bubble. It means the cause and effect are not different from standpoint of absolute reality. Names and forms of the effects are just appearance, but in them, water is the one and the same. In the same way, bubbles are compared with entire human being, or we can say that entire worlds. It's a very extensive meaning Shankaracharya was telling us. We can say that micro bubble and macro bubble, micro bubbles and macro bubbles. These are just with reference of something. But actually bubbles or bubble is the bubble. No differences. In the same way, just now, the scientist made a progress and they went on moon. They discovered one planet on the moon and they were very happy we are on the moon. But there are innumerable worlds in this entire cosmos, galaxies. We are unaware of that. All these are just like bubbles. So there is no new creation. You may think that there are different bubbles and different things. These are the creation. What is the new creation? Same
Yes,
water appears in different names and the form. Same
actually,
water appears in different waves. Same water appears in different form. But actually, all the waves, all the bubbles, all the form are arising from the water, are existing in the water, and ultimately are merging into water. So, Buddhaniva Vari. Sarga, creation, existing, and Layan, dissolving, Yanti, go away. Ultimately, if there is no water, no one can say that here thousands and thousands bubble were created. After the calmness of the water, no one can say that the existence of the various bubbles were there. In the same way, in the destruction of everything, yes, water will remain as water, as a supreme consciousness. In this way, while interacting with different people, we have to interact that his body and my body may be different apparently, but in him and in me, the same principle existing. In this way, the sakshatkara enlightenment you will experience each and every moment of our day-to-day transactions. So this is very beautiful, uh, these shlokas. Upadane khiladhare jaganti parameshware. And yesterday we enumerated uh, three causes. Do you remember?
yes, sir.
Material cause,
Instrument,
efficient cause, and
instrument.
instrumental cause. And we were discussing the example that somehow the material cause disappeared.
Hmm.
Electric power,
Hmm.
there were no electric power. And the example came into true existence. So
Huh.
we were uh, thinking about this example. So in that example, in reference of the pot. The pot maker is the efficient cause, and wheel and stick, these are the instrumental cause. So both causes are different from the pot effect. The potter give the particular shape and name of that pot, but he always remains different from the pot. And the stick and wheels also always different from the pot. After the creation of the pot, actually they have no relation with pot and the wheel and other things. But the material cause and effect, the material cause always remain in the pot. The material cause was existing before the creation of the pot. The material cause will existing after the destructions of the pot. And the material cause is existing while the process of creation of the pot. In the same way, the super consciousness existed before the creation. The supreme consciousness will exist after the destructions of the world. And whatever world appears in now in them, supreme consciousness is existing in them.
Just like
So what is the
Mritika.
real?
Huh.
Mrittika ityeva satyam. Vikaro namadheyam.
Oh.
These are just a modification. In the same way, in this example, two causes are different from the effect. But in the creation of the entire world, we say that the Paramatma is the material cause, Paramatma is the instrumental cause, Paramatma is the efficient cause. All three causes put together, we can say that Parameshwari,
Okay.
Supreme Lord. Other material causes are not supreme. Why? Because they are different from each other, these causes. But in with reference of the Lord and entire cosmos, Paramatma is everything. He is the material cause, he is the efficient cause, he is the instrumental cause. So entire things and beings arise from whom?
That material cause only.
Consciousness only. The material cause manifested in the form of the pot, the
In
supreme
the
consciousness
form of instruments
manifested.
also, in the form of efficient cause also, material
Yes.
causes.
So entire cosmos are nothing but just expression of the material cause of supreme consciousness. So Paramatma is the supporter. Paramatma is the substratum. And entire cosmos is just appearance, or it is effect. Therefore, Jnaneshwar Maharaj says that the Atma of entire cosmos is the Paramatma. Ata Vishwatmake Deve. Vishwa, and who is the Atma of the Ishwa? Paramatma. Who is the essence principle? Who is the life principle of entire cosmos is the Paramatma. So Jnaneshwar Maharaj is very, very subtle and you can say that the extraordinary philosopher. He accepts the existence of the world and he accepts the existence of the supreme reality, both. Some philosophers do not agree to accept the existence of the God. And some philosopher do not agree to accept the existence of the world, but he is the one who accepts the existence of the world and existence of the God. Ata Vishwatmake. But in this way, Paramatma is the supreme supporter and substratum of entire cosmos. Upadane Akhiladhar. So, Paramatma is indweller of each and everything of the world. He gives the energy, he gives the power to everyone. Therefore, electron, proton, neutron have their particular moment. Who moves them? Supreme consciousness behind that. Therefore, scientists also uh, very deeply thinking who give the motion to the electron, proton, and neutron, because they are inert, they are insentient, and even though they have a particular motion,
They predicts the probability only. They predicts the probability.
yes, yes,
They,
yes,
they don't have any final conclusion. They are
yes,
confused about the probabilities of these particles.
yeah. They have given just prediction, but they do not came into conclusion. How many years they will take to come in this conclusion, which concluded by the ancient rishis of the Bharat. Jaganti Parameshware, Upadane Akhiladhare, Jaganti Parameshware, Sargasthiti Layan Yanti, Budbudani Varini. There are so many thoughts are remaining behind these slokas, but just we get the glimpse through this little discussion. But you thought on that and think various aspects about these shlokas. Whenever you get a time to contemplate on that, and if new thought came in your mind, please write down. So the next time we will have a more additional point to think on that. But that is the theoretical level. But actually, by studying these slokas, we have to change our vision while talking to each other, while interacting to each other. So each moment give the light of enlightenment. Each moment is the realization for human being. So we say that we are human being. Now we have to say we are living being. Because in other creatures also living, and in them also the consciousness is existing. So we are living being, and in us that supreme consciousness exists. But as well as the same time, in all inert objects also, the consciousness is existing in them, but they don't have ability to express the existence of the supreme consciousness. But we have such instrument that supreme consciousness reflects to our day-to-day activities or transactions. So no need to go in Himalayas to attain the realizations. Each and every moment is the celebration of enlightenment. The remaining part we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachade Purnasya Purnamudaya Ameva Vashyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. From today onwards, we will conduct this class at the same time, because 7 o'clock I have another program. 18 days this program will continue in Dhaneshwar Maharaj Samsthan. So I have to go there at 7 o'clock. So please try to understand the same time. We'll meet tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Got it.
All
Krishna.
Dr. Seth.
Agree. मजेत. Sir.
By studying something, you also share your experience whenever you get time.
Surely.